Oh, welcome back into the workshop. Today we are going to work on this little yard machine. This is a 20-inch mower. It's got a little Briggs and Stratton motor on here. All the model numbers and stuff are right here on the side of the gas tank. Just need to look these up, that model number, and get the parts for it. This lawnmower will start. If you pump gas to it continuously, it'll stay running. So it's just not getting any gas through the carburetor for whatever reason. I did take the carburetor off of it once already. Cleaned it, flushed it, thought I had everything clean. Nothing. But it just does not seem to want to feed through the carburetor. So we went ahead and just ordered us a new carburetor instead of sitting here fooling around with it. They're not that much money for a carburetor, so I don't know. These are pretty darn simple, so I would have thought I'd have had it. We're going to give it a shot. I would think that'll do it. This particular one, I don't know if you can read that or not. It's a ladies, I guess is how you say it, comes in. And that model is a 799583 carburetor kit. It's compatible with all kinds of everything. Like I say, this particular one I only 13 bucks. So, like I say, it's not worth taking too much time fooling with the darn thing. Once it's been checked out a little bit, see if it works. That's all it should be. So, we're going to go ahead and just kind of see if we can go through this thing and let this camera roll and see just how much time it does take and what we got to do to replace it. So we'll pop the cover off. This filter's going to get replaced. I got a new one of those, comes in the kit. And I think we need 8mm, I thought, on one of these. Yes, 8mm. We'll remove this one. This is the one that actually holds the carburetor in, not necessarily the other part of it. And the other one is this one. And then we'll need a smaller screwdriver or nut driver. Container here. I don't like to have these things flying all over the place, so I'll throw those screws there. I think this other one is, what was that thing, a 7? Yeah, 7mm. So we've got an 8mm and a 7mm. We'll take it apart. And they are a little bit different, so you have to do that. Okay. And then on here there is a little clamp on the fuel line that comes in on the back side. And so we're going to try to pull this off of there. That lines up with that. We'll push that off to the side. And then we're going to pull this out of here. It's just the O-ring in there. And pull the fuel line off. I don't know if you'll be able to tell this or not. Come on now. And they don't. I've had this off once or twice, but it's still a little bit tough to do. And we got the little Z-clip here as for the throttle linkage. And they're going to have gas in here, so it's going to probably flow everywhere. So while we got that, we're going to go ahead and just slide that off of there. That'll take care of that one. And then we'll take the new one. And we're going to simply hook our little C cable back, or Z-clip back up, or throttle linkage. And we're going to throw our gas line back on. And I do want to make sure this thing's got the O-ring in there, and it does. And is the old one off of there? Yeah, there is a little O-ring and all that's back there. You don't want to leave that on there. And it comes out of the back of this. So when you put it together, and what that one there looks like, the O-ring goes in first. And this little clip just clips in there. And then that slides over the tube in the back side. So we line this back up. And get the carburetor where it needs to be. We push that thing in there. Make sure the gas line's on all the way. And then we'll take our clamp for our gas line. Now that I'm hoping this will be the last time this will come off, we'll move that down there where it belongs. And that's what it takes to get the carburetor in there. Now, they do supply me with a new gasket right here. But this one here is nothing wrong with it, I don't think. I think we're just going to reuse this one. And I'm going to save that other one for new. Make sure we do put it back in here though. It should go right like so. Fit it back in the hole. And then we'll take this and you line, oops, there, we gotta get that on the back side of it. Line our hose up from behind. Push that back on. Make sure she's seated all the way. And then we can start going back with the screws here. Let's see here. This one, the black screws go out here. And here. Oh, get out of there. And then we're going to go ahead with the other ones. Here we go. It's down here on the floor. We'll put the other two in here. Did I get those backwards? I almost think I did. That don't feel like it's lining up right. I might have. No, that's right. It just didn't line up here. I think that's the way it is. Let's see here if I got one of them in the wrong spot. That's one. All right, silver ones go in the back of the carburetor. There we go. Carburetor's on. Gas line switched up. We're going to take our new filter, slide it on. Make sure it sits in there nice. And we'll put our cover back on. And the carburetor's been replaced. Now we'll set her down. Let's see if we can get her to run. That's all there is left. Okay, we've got it on the ground. Pump our primer a time or two. And pull the bailiff back. And let's see if she'll go. Okay, and that finishes that one up. That's what it takes to replace a carburetor. Like I say, sometimes it's not worth doing a whole lot of fooling around. If you got a new carburetor, throw the thing on there if that's what you think the problem is, and be done with it. So, anyways, that wraps that one up. Thank you for watching. Hopefully that was helpful. We saw the whole process, and we'll go on to another project. Hit the like, subscribe, and share if you think it's useful for somebody. Thanks again.